I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Is talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, more, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, oh my God, crusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle, no settling, we're not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, hey, not gonna settle, got a new song, y'all, anyway, got it, settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, hey, not gonna settle, oh my God. Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook. Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook. Booty. That's the word on the hook. Booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook. Booty, thighs. That's the word on the hook. Booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook. Booty. That's the word on the hook. Booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook. Booty, thighs. That's the word on the hook. Booty.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga. Oh, yeah.
See my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
Lost each other. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Lost each other. Where you fleeing to? Lost each other. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Must each other. Where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
No. 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 Hell no. No. No.
Oh my God!
That we like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
She don't want no puppy, she want a big dog. Wash my clothes the other day, found a tin ball. I love you. Flip phone for the jug, it's a throwaway. I'm riding with some shooters, we look. I love you.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs. Eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs. Eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, eating the cat. Eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the dogs, and it's a shame. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Sorry, thank you so much. My bad. My bad. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you on a thirsty Thursday. Okay. Shout out to all the besties. I see you. I appreciate you. I don't even remember when I had. Oh, I remember why I had that muted. Uh-oh. I don't even want to talk about it, child. I don't even want to talk about it. All right. But we here now. All right. This is the first show for the day. I've been getting used to 9 a.m. and then doing another show. Right. But this is it. This week is it. I got to go back to work, y'all. Lord, help me, Lord, get through. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. So got to get up and get in traffic and go sit there with a bunch of people I could give a shit about and then drive back in all this traffic and spend money and anyway, so that's what it's about to be. I might call out on Monday. We'll see. Ciao. I got plenty of time. Since we're all here together, shout out to y'all, spread the word. So I was supposed to go to Vegas. We were supposed to go to Vegas for my birthday. And I talked to my sister, and dang, what we doing? We going on a cruise, child. Of course we are. Woo! Lord, it's got everything that I need. And it's going to some nice places too. So I ain't going to Vegas. I mean, y'all can go to Vegas. I'm not going to Vegas. I'm going on a cruise. So you want to go on a cruise? You want to know the details because you want to come? Me, my sister, and hopefully 2 other girls. 1 other girl for sure. Hopefully another girl. And whoever wants to come. But you got to send me an email, child, because I'm not putting all that information out here for everybody in the world because some of y'all crazy and ain't nobody got time. So if you a regular smegger and you know I F with you like that, holla at me. Other than that, don't bother because, child, I will delete your email quickly. Not a DEI cruise director. If I could be a cruise director, I would do it. They do a lot. They do so effing much. That last cruise director, in February, he was not good at all. He could not carry that ship like the last person did. So Good luck to that man. If I ever see his name in advance, I ain't taking it, even though you really don't know that far in advance. I'll be looking though. I know the cruise directors. I know where they at. I know how long their terms are and stuff like that. Because especially when it's somebody that I like, right? I know not the DJ so much, but I like to follow them to see where they're gonna be at too. All that shit makes a difference to me. But anyway, so yeah, that's what the plan is, child. In June, shout out to the Geminis. Shout out to the Geminis. Child, I put this hat back on. This hair gets on my nerves, child. Hold on. All right, I feel like it's in my way. Anyway, all right, so child, this is a catch up on, not ketchup that you eat, but a catch up, CATCH, on the NYPD and their foolishness, because you know they half damn crazy with what's going on down there, right? And remember the black guy that looked like a gorilla, a ape? Don't come for me. It is what it is. And then he was allegedly taking advantage of that girl that got $400,000 in overtime. But we are to believe that she was oppressed and it was not right. It's not fair. We got some racism today, y'all. I got some racism for you, okay? So we got a lot of things to cover. I ain't got all night because I just left my doctor's office, right? And she said, the blood pressure is good, okay? Remember at one point we had to worry about my blood pressure, but it's good. It was like 125 over 75 or something like that. I was like, girl, is that all right? She's like, girl, that's good. I said, girl, good. Because I'm not trying to take nothing. Just give me that damn vitamin that I take every month or every day, and that's all I need. I don't want to take nothing for nobody for nothing. All right? She was like, I don't see that you've got the C-19 vaccine. I said, girl, you're not going to see that? I'm not doing it. Oh, okay. Yeah, girl, just cross that off the list. Don't even bother asking me. I'm not doing it. But she said, how much sleep do you get per night? I said about 5 hours. She said, oh, no, you got to do better than that. I said, ma'am, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? She said, go to bed. I said, all right, I'll try. So tonight I am going to try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Wish me luck on that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I said I would try. So I'm going to go ahead and try. Anyway. Shout out to Lobo Loco. Thank you so much. He said, Dalton is a disaster. Shaking my head. Is Tiffany in jail? Tiffany ain't going damn jail. I don't care what nobody says. That's just my 2 cents. Tiffany Henyard ain't going jail. Shout out to Amanize. Thank you so much, honey. She said, hey, y'all, I'm live, but I'll be back. Yeah, she over there talking. I forget what I saw, but shout out to Amanize for making the rounds. I see you. I appreciate you. Thinking of making the rounds. I think Kofa is streaming tonight. Shout out to Kofa, who decided to finally come to work this week. Shout out. He is on one, child. He is still on one. Shout out to JP. I appreciate you, honey. He said, funky ass. Hater, your team won. I've been nice to you. We've been conversing, and this is the thanks that I get. Damn, ninjas. Pink cans on goodbye. Not pink cans on a Thursday. So silly. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all the mods. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the channel members. Thank you so much for all your support. If you are over here ninja listening, that's fine. But the best thing that you need to do is get into this chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. They are half a damn crazy. Plus, that's half of the daggone show. Okay. So let's get some updates before I get to it, because I'm going to get to the NYPD stuff sooner rather than later, because some other stuff that we're going to have to talk about that's going to get you idiots all riled up. There she is. Shout out to Amanize doing double, triple, and quadruple duty. Don't forget that you are crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass idiot bum. Shout out to y'all. I see you there, Anthony Hood. I appreciate you. All right, so we're going to look at this because y'all out here wilding. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Fox Business says, you're going to go to jail. Kevin O'Leary warns alleged Tesla vandals. All right, y'all better get your damn stock in Tesla now.
Let's welcome to the show the co-host of Shark Tank. He's Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, we love having you on. Thank you so much for being with us. What do you make of all this? By the way, the Minnesota State Pension Fund, and likely Tim Walz's own teachers' pension and government fund, pension fund out of Minnesota, it looks like it may own stock in Tesla, so he's beating up his own holdings.
Yeah, I saw that. Not a good look. They probably didn't do any due diligence on the portfolio. They probably owned that stock since $20 or $30. It's been a huge winner over a long time for pension. What's happening
Wait, these are different places. This one up here is Vegas. This one says Oregon, I think. I think that says Oregon.
Now is I mean, at the end of the day, if you ask 9 out of 10 people, regardless of their politics, this is arson. Lots of cameras watch this happen. These people should go to jail. It's a crime. And I don't think anybody watching this.
This is the thing, the person I was talking about. Look at this. Can you see this up here in the left-hand corner? Looking like the Grim Reaper and shit. Definitely white. Woo! Shout out to the colors. Listen. Listen, I know that's petty, but y'all, half of the time it be us that be out here wild. And shout out to the white people out here acting half damn crazy.
Would like to see their car burned with gasoline or shot, regardless of the brand. This is lawlessness, and part of the mandate that the administration got elected on was to stop this. I hope they come down hard on these people. I'd like to see them serve their time. This is not what good people do, regardless of your politics. This has nothing to do with Doge. These are just criminals.
Yeah, and we got Pam Bondi saying, U.S. Attorney General saying, yes, they are acting. They're finding these perpetrators. Watch this.
We have charged multiple people. Get ready. More coming. One we charged in Oregon is facing 5 to 20 years in prison. We filed in Colorado. We filed in South Carolina. There are more coming. And yes, the funding is one thing we are looking at among many others. I was personally in a meeting about it this morning. We are coming after you. We believe these are organized. These are not individuals out there throughout the country doing this on their own. They're targeting Tesla owners. They're targeting Tesla dealerships. They're targeting Elon Musk, who is out there trying to save our country, and it will not be tolerated. We are coming after you. We will find you. And if you are an organized group who is funding this, we're going to find you too. You better look out and you better stop it.
And to be clear, you said you came out of a meeting this morning. At least to some extent, you are seeing some level of organization and behind the scenes funding that you can investigate and potentially prosecute?
That's everything that we're looking at. Yes, we're looking at all aspects of it. These are not isolated individual events.
So, Kevin, you hear that? The Attorney General says the attacks are coordinated. They're going to be considered domestic terror. Well, what do you make of not a single Democrat in Congress?
I'm glad that they're saying that, because that's what I said. This is domestic terrorism. Like, let's call it what it is. Probably just got demonetized. I don't care, but that's exactly what it is. Like, we live in like we live over there somewhere where wars actually happen. This is effing ridiculous over some bullshit. Just wait the fucking 4 years. Shit.
Congress has condemned these terror attacks on Tesla.
I'm surprised it's become a partisan issue. You know, Bondi just got her mandate. So if you're one of these people that lit these cars on fire, excuse my French, but you're screwed, because she is going to come down, as she said multiple times, incredibly hard to show that she's on target on mandate. I mean, once you get this job and everybody expecting you to execute on it, and someone does this, I mean, these guys are fried chickens now. There's going to be no flexibility, no mercy, and frankly, they deserve it. I mean, it really, if you stop and think about it, what?
I'm gonna need Fox Business to check the ticker line before they put this out. What is organized? We believe Tesla attacks are organized. I'm gonna need them to do better, child. Hire me. I'll be the editor. Damn.
What does this have to do with politics? You lit a car on fire.
Right.
You're going to go to jail, and for a really long time, because the person that's going to do it to you just got her mandate. What are you, an idiot to do this? 100% idiot factor 6.
He knew y'all's names. Child, he already know y'all's name. Shout out to Super Patriot up in here. I see you, hun. A long time no see. Always good to see you. Shout out to JP. I appreciate you. He said, heading to the airport in 2 hours. Hashtag tired. Hashtag hater. I'm not no hater. Listen, once you get to Vegas, just if you sit down and you gamble, just holla at me, okay? Just holla at me. Other than that, I don't want to hear near nothing. Anyway, y'all. So that's what's going on with the Tesla foolishness, and the United States is ghetto. And I think he was saying, excuse me, O'Leary was saying that the Democrats basically don't have nothing to say. How come they not out here wilding and telling everyone, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not right. This is supposed to be a protest of some sort. This is how we protest now. Just be lighting people's cars on fire. And I looked at a couple people while I was out today with their ugly ass Teslas, just because Teslas is ugly. It was ugly before this, but those trucks are horrible. And the people that bought that Tesla truck, Hopefully they got rid of it because I haven't seen it in a couple of days. Now, maybe they on vacation. I ain't seen it in a couple of days, and hopefully we won't see it no damn more. Anyway, no shade. I don't want, no one should be touching anybody's anything. Y'all know. Don't take shit that don't belong to you. If you can't afford it, then that's your fucking problem. And don't be mad that somebody else got nothing, because at the end of the daggone day, if you po, you po. Live within your means. Anyway. Thank you so much, Trinidad. He said, MS Generals, MSD Lovelies, Peace, Power, and Prosperity, Tough Life Thursday. Hopefully y'all are having a better day than being a tough Thursday. This is a terrific Thursday. What do we call it? Terrific Thursday? What's a good name for Thursday, y'all? We got Messy Monday, TikTok, now TikTok Tuesday. I'm going to do TikToks all the time, y'all, okay? I'm just sorry. I'm doing it. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Anyway, I said, did you see the black man's Tesla truck that was vandalized while he was at a doctor appointment for his son? No, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it nowhere near me at all, period, point blank, right? But I don't want to see it on TV either because I think it's so wrong. I don't think it's right at all. Like so many other things. But you know, here in the United States, because everybody's so damn politicized, anything goes until it hurts them. And then it's woe is me. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So speaking of that, child, let's get into some racism, shall we? Let's go here and listen to BCP, Black Conservative Perspective, because the race hustlers melt down over Target dropping Black businesses after DEI boycott backfires. So in other words, the blacks said don't go to Target and all the other places allegedly, right? Remember Jamal Bryant said sell your stock in Target, don't go to Target, they're doing it for 30 days. You know Target has been going through it. I don't think it's because of them. I feel like they're an add-on, but I really don't think that that's the biggest problem. I think that ABCD stuff from way back then or before is the real problem, right? So now I guess Target said, well, child, we got to drop something. So who did they drop? Colored
amount of funds to Target. And so Target becomes one of the better choices for us. That does not mean there will not be others added, but it means that Target is a good place for us to start and send a message. It's important we send a message.
A few moments later.
People keep asking my opinion about Target as a black vendor who used to sell at Target. Don't go there. They dropped us. They dropped us along with a bunch of other black vendors without a lot of notice. We have 20,000 units in our warehouse now that we're trying to sell on our website, www.likeyoucards.com. There are tons of other creators of color who had contracts that were dropped. So yeah, support people, small businesses via their websites, not Target.
Boy. So we got to talk about.
So she's one of the black people that used to be in Target, and then they said, y'all got to get the F on up out of here. They said, get the F on up out of here. And now, of course, that's racist, I'm sure, because everything is racist. But remember when Tabitha Brown was talking and saying, colors, don't do this because you got black creators that are in Target and we need your business. And then this girl is saying, oh, yeah, now I got to take all my stuff and my vendor activities and put them in a warehouse, which was the same stuff that Tab was talking about. And now they did this. And then all the other woes that Target has. Because like someone said to me earlier, if the blacks aren't coming into Targets to buy the black people's stuff, do you really think that white people and all the rest, like, there's a section in Target, and I don't go there, but I know when I've looked, it's like, what's that hair grease, y'all? It's like, it's shampoo, it's relaxers, it's hair stuff for hair usually. You know that, you remember that hair grease? What is it called? Remember the hair grease shout out to the Generation X, in the red canister with a silver top, and it was just so freaking thick. You remember that hair grease? That be in there sometimes when I've ever looked. That hair grease be in there, which is crazy because that's so old. But anyway, come on, girl.
Another left-wing boycott, which is happening against Target because Target decided to get rid of DEI, aka discrimination against whites, right? They decided to get rid of it. And now the blacks are upset, right? They're upset. They're boohoo, whining, and crying. They have now staged a boycott against Target. They call it a fast, okay? They're doing a 40-day fast against Target. Now, I don't know how well this so-called fast/boycott is working out for the blacks, okay? Because now they're boohoo, whining, and crying about the fact that Target is dropping several black vendors. Okay, so I want you guys to understand the woke revolutionaries, the race hustlers, are upset because Target is dropping several black vendors after they staged a boycott against Target, in which most of the people who are shopping at Target, who are actually boycotting Target, if it's very many at all, they're black, right? So again, I don't know what they thought would happen as a result of this boycott, but apparently, again, they're mad, they're upset.
A lot of these big retail companies and organizations understand the price of everything and the value of nothing. Let me explain what I mean by that. First question that we keep getting, are the black vendors who are at Target actually selling? This is a fair question. Obviously, this is a for-profit business and the bottom line matters, but it's a gross oversimplification. Black and Latino women are some of the biggest consumers of home and beauty products. What we also know about that demographic is where they're spending their money matters. This is why a lot of these organizations pretend like they care about DEI and inclusivity, because they know it matters to women of color, and we shop where it matters. So when they removed a lot of these Black-owned products from the stores and then had the audacity to tell us they were rolling back, although a lot of us vendors had already seen it happening, they thought that they were going to have the same Black and Latina and allies women coming to Target on Saturday mornings to get their coffee and do their shopping. No, we're not doing that anymore. What they don't understand is that their commitment to diversity was driving people to the stores, and all of the other white-owned brands that were there were benefiting from us being on the shelves.
So y'all was going to Target because they had black stuff there? Was y'all going to Target because they had black stuff there? Shout out to Kiana. It was Royal Crown. Y'all remember Royal Crown? Oh my God. It should have probably been used in the pan. It was so damn thick. Royal Crown is so effing thick, y'all. I think it really was I really think it was like Crisco or something. It should have been put in a pot and toss some bacon on there or something. That shit was crazy. It worked and everything, but damn, that shit was thick. Shout out to Kiana for reminding me that's exactly what it was called.
Not to mention, a lot of this is pay to play. When Target told us that they were going to push some of the black vendors for Black History Month, I didn't know that they meant we had to pay $10,000 or $25,000 to be featured. They were not clear about that. And to the small businesses who don't have the money to compete in that way, we're simply never going to have the sales as the big companies who are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for placements on the website. To be clear, we were never looking for a handout. We just expected you to do what you said you were going to do and keep your commitments. Had you told us up front that you were not committed to diversity and inclusivity, number one, a lot of us would not have been shopping in your stores. Number two, I can't speak for other vendors, but I know for a fact I would not have put my entire savings into trying to make my products perfect for your shelves. I understand there are a lot of companies who have people who have masters in finance and economics, but they don't understand our community. They've never taken an African American studies class, and it shows.
Yeah, so I love how these people keep talking.
I tell you.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
If it ain't one thing, it's something else.
About the power of the so-called black dollar. And it's just so funny to me because it's almost as if these people don't understand like just basic population statistics, right? Which is that black people are only 13% of the population, right? Black women are only what, 6 to 7% max of the population. And these are the same people who always complain about how whites got all the wealth. So if black people are a small minority of the population and whites have all the wealth, like, why do you think that the black dollar has so much pull, right? I don't understand it. I don't get it, right? But again, they're learning the hard way that all these things they talk about how important of a demographic black women are, and all it's like, no, you're actually not that important, right? You're a very small minority of people who shop at these stores. That's why these stores don't care, right? That's why Target is getting rid of DI, because they thought they would make a whole bunch of money off you people, but they didn't, right? They didn't make a bunch of money off of it, and they're getting rid of the companies that are not profitable. They say, you know what, we're not going to subsidize you, okay, or cost ourselves when it comes to opportunity costs to have more profitable businesses on our shelves, okay? And this woman's card company is one of the businesses that got axed, okay?
A card company. Did we need a card company, Bueller? Did y'all need a card, C-A-R-D company, so you could get a card if you needed it, I assume, for like a birthday or something? Okay. All right, y'all, whatever. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying.
She was dropped by Target, and now all the race hustlers are boohoo, whining, and crying. And to me, again, this is just a natural consequence of the type of boycott that these individuals are currently supporting. And they're surprised that this is the result that they get, right? But this was the only natural result of this kind of boycott. So without further ado, I want to react to race hustler Richie and his coverage of what's going on here.
Oh my God, this man gets on my last damn nerves, meaning Richie, not BCP.
An opportunity, even when someone, or in this case, some company, tries to take opportunity away. Earlier this week, TikTok user Kiara Imani took to the platform to urge her followers to not shop at Target after the retail giant dropped its contract with Like You cards, a conversation starter card game for parents, kids, and friends. She said Like You cards,
a conversation starter, is what she was selling, yeah,
was among several Black vendors that Target pulled from its shelves. So reports of Target dropping several Black vendors comes after the retailer said on the 24th of January that it would end DEI initiatives this year, including a program to support Black-owned businesses that it adopted following the 2020 murder of George Floyd by a police officer in Minneapolis. Target joined Walmart.
Can he ever just talk shit? Reports of Target dropping several Black vendors come after the retailer said on January 24th that it would end DEI initiatives this year, including a program to support Black-owned businesses that it adopted following 2020 murder of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer. Target joined Walmart, Amazon, and several other prominent companies to scale back such initiatives, which have been attacked by many conservatives, including President Donald Trump. What they hate to say is that all this shit started under Joe Biden. It was going on under your Biden, but nobody want to talk about that. This is all Donald Trump's fault, as per usual, because he said what he would prefer and everyone follows along. In my opinion, that just shows how much people just follow along with whatever fucking administration it is. Because when Joe Biden was in and they said, you got to help everybody, this is what you got to do because of this, they all ran and did that. Now this is what Trump is saying, blah, 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 blah. Now they all running over here to do that. They're all the same. It doesn't matter. So sick of the shit and I'm sick of him. Shout out to Trey. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. He said shopped at Target for the first time 2 weekends ago and bought an air. Shout out to air fryers. Never thought. I think I thought about going to Target, but I didn't. We're not going to talk about that. Bought an air fryer just because the boycotting of fryer. I fried some wings last weekend and it came out good. Like I deep fried it. I'm going to use it more often now. Child, if I hadn't just gone shopping already, I would go down there. But if I ever figure out that I need something that I can't get at Dollar General, I will go to Target this weekend. Shout out to you, honey. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Amazon.com, and several other prominent, including the current president, Donald Trump, minority business vendors at Target. Many others are directing shoppers to boycott Target over its attack on DEI. There are several ongoing.
Yeah, don't forget, like this says right here, some Black entrepreneurs like Tabitha Brown have urged consumers to keep shopping from small and minority businesses vendors at Target. Y'all didn't want to listen. Many others are directing shoppers to boycott Target over its attack on DEI while they're still using Facebook and Instagram. There are several ongoing Target boycotts, including a 40-day fast started by Georgia pastor Jamal Bryant, who allegedly is doing whatever the hell he wants. Not a real pastor as far as I'm concerned, meaning he's full of sugar, honey, iced tea, just like Bishop Lamar Whitehead. But colors want to go ahead and follow these people and stay in the same damn place where they always are. Let me stop. Go on.
Going target of this program a few days.
Target is first and not only. They are first and not last. This generation, regrettably, doesn't have any wins. They only have settlements. So I didn't want to go after all of them. I wanted one at a time. Because Target is publicly traded, some demographic information is made available to us.
Yeah, just bought some stock in Target. Y'all better go ahead and get in there.
Rashad, I am appalled that Black people spend $12 million a day at Target.
Wow.
12 million.
Where you get that number from? Y'all spending $12 million a day. Damn, if you're spending $12 million at Target, how the hell much are y'all spending daily at Nike? Child, like I believe anything this man says. Where you get that number from, sir?
A day.
Yeah, but again, see, what they don't understand is that that's a drop in the bucket, right? In the grand scheme of what Target takes in per day, which is $294 million, when you talk about 12 million, that's only 4% of revenues. Only 4%, which is less than the Black population as a whole, right? So Black people disproportionately do not benefit Target, right? In regards to the revenues, right? The people who are supporting Target, Black people disproportionately are not supporting Target as much as other demographics, right? Again, this is the type of data they don't want to acknowledge. They keep tossing out these big numbers. Oh, Black people spend 12 million a day at Target. We can hit them where it hurts. And when you actually look deeper into it, you're like, wait, hold on now. That's only 4%. Black people are 12 to 13% of the U.S. population as a whole, but only 4% of Target's revenues come from Black folks. That's not their demographic. Like, that's not like Target is not really benefiting that much from the so-called black dollar, right? They don't really got that much pull at Target, right? It's not really a key part of their success. So again, this isn't really hurting Target that much. And also on top of that, there are not that many people actually doing this boycott, right? Let's be real. And the people who are boycotting.
Who in the chat is boycotting Target, Bueller? Say yay or nay. Yay, you are. Nay, you not. Who is or is not boycotting Target, Bueller? Bueller. Hold on. Kiana said nay real quick. Nay. That's a song. Nay. Nah, nay. No, nay. Oh, come on, Collins and Watch people. No, because Walmart is ghetto. Yay, but not for this. I did it a decade ago as I have too much crap. Listen, I don't shop there at all. So just because I just don't. Cedric said less colors at Target. I don't know. Oh no, why are you not participating? What in the world? Derwin is up in here. He said, I just bought some things in Target for this trip to Portland I'm on. Y'all ain't shit. Jeffrey Woodland, nah. Oh no. Harmonize. That's so you, boo. That is so you. All right, y'all. We don't need hear no more of this. Shout out to BCP though. Let me go ahead and get one more thing, and then let me talk to the stuff on the thumbnail, and then get into this TikTok stuff. So I don't know if you know who this hip hop executive is, but a hip hop executive has been charged with human trafficking and red rum. This came out 9 hours ago by y'all's friend Auntie Gail.
A well-known hip-hop executive has turned himself into federal authorities overnight. He's accused of running a dangerous criminal enterprise. His name, Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U. He helped launch the career of Nipsey Hussle. Well, he's now been charged with extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and murder. National correspondent Jerika Duncan is here with the latest. Jerika, he seems to have a lot going on. Good morning.
Definitely a lot going on. Good morning to you, Gail. During this investigation, federal officials say they received or recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of methamphetamines, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. Prosecutors allege Henley ran an enterprise like a...
Girl, where can I get that shirt from? That is cute. I love Jerika. Anyway, y'all know this person? I have never heard this person before in my life.
Federal officials say they received or recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of methamphetamines, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. Prosecutors allege Henley ran an enterprise like a mob boss and defrauded companies, the government, and even celebrities in the process.
I'm gonna turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive.
Music executive Eugene Henley, or Big U, taking to Instagram moments before turning himself in and just hours after federal authorities declared him a fugitive Wednesday.
They just raided all my houses.
Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization.
Investigators claim Henley painted himself as a hip-hop legend and a Los Angeles community activist, but is actually, according to authorities, the leader of a South LA gang who ran an alleged criminal enterprise.
Now, is that really hard to believe, allegedly? I don't know who this man is from a Canada and Pink. And clearly some of y'all do, but I'm just saying, is it hard to believe, especially in California? Ain't that where many of the J and G's are? And y'all said that allegedly he paid for Nipsey's funeral, I guess. So he hanging out in them circles, allegedly.
If I was to describe Big U's role in rap, he would definitely be the Godfather.
The facts alleged in the complaint is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him.
More than a dozen others that prosecutors say are tied to the criminal case are also in custody.
Oh, no. As soon as we are out of trouble with one story, here come another damn story. Look, oh, there's a lady here too. Oh, Big U is the only one left. Look at these names: Ronnie Mac, Blueface, JJ, Lukey, Cannon, Brick Baby, Big U, Bear Claw, Grimsky. Lord help your people.
Custody. According to the affidavit, Henley is charged with violating the Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Prosecutors allege his organization, Big U Enterprises, was linked with the murder of an aspiring rapper working under Henley's label in 2021. They claim Henley shot and killed the rapper in Las Vegas after the rapper recorded a diss track about Henley. Officials say Henley then dumped his body in a ditch. Officials also claim Henley used his nonprofit organization developing options.
Wait, How long? 2021, 4 years? Okay, 4 years ago. I'm thinking it was longer than that.
Which purported to help at-risk youth to dupe taxpayers, the County of Los Angeles, and NBA players. He allegedly embezzled hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of donations and grants by transferring money into his personal bank account.
Y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to...
Oh, no. Oh, no, I know you...
Go, you're being a racist! Racist!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
That damn racism.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
You know how they do, you idiots. Child, the black sector of the idiots. Shout out to Trey. Thank you, hon. He said he needs Young Thug's lawyer. We still need Quantavious to get out. It is not fair that he is still in jail while everyone else was let go. I think that's a travesty. Come on, child. Say it again.
Transferring money into his personal bank account.
Y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community.
Henley served 13 years in prison after trying to rob an undercover sheriff's deputy of cocaine back in 1991.
Goodbye, sir. A goodbye, sir.
Is not yet entered a plea deal to the current charges, but could potentially face life in prison if convicted. We did reach out to his attorney and still are waiting for a response. Also in that video, though, guys, he said a lot of the stuff you hear is straight trash. So he will get a chance to defend what he is calling allegations that do not match him. A lot of people think that he did a lot of good in the community, but clearly there's a lot to uncover and we'll find.
Yeah. Child, just blame white people. That's the answer to everything. Sorry, white people. This is your fault too. Moving on, child. Moving on. I can't do this. All right, child. So y'all remember this mess with the police in the NYPD and big old what's his name? The head of department was allegedly forcing this woman to do all these actual things, and she would get all this overtime. All of a sudden, she wanted to retire. They was investigating her, found her out, investigating her for fraud. She didn't really do all those hours. Then she tried to say that he was making her do all this, child. Well, she came out and she did an interview. It says, woman breaks silence in alleged NYPD X for overtime scandal, child. Well, at least somebody was getting something for all that money, all that time.
Now to an Eyewitness News exclusive. We are hearing for the first time from the woman at the center of that scandal that rocked the NYPD.
That woman, an NYPD lieutenant, accused the highest-ranking uniformed member of the force of sexual harassment.
In an emotional interview, Quathisha Epps talks about Jeff Madrick, the former NYPD chief of department, and how she says he forced himself on her in exchange for overtime hours.
Epps sitting down with Eyewitness News reporter Dollar Miles.
This guy is a monster.
Lieutenant Quathisha Epps, for the first time, speaking openly about allegations of sexual harassment that prompted former NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry to cut short his 33-year career in law enforcement.
Jeffrey Madry, that's right. He a big one, okay? He a big one.
Abruptly resigning as the highest-ranking uniformed officer in December.
He was in charge of all of the damn police, everything. Woo! Lord help your people. We be messing shit up. Now listen, I believe that they were messing around for sure, that they were having relations. Don't give me no, he made you do it for the overtime. No. And you stayed there for all this time to do it. Why are adults never responsible for what they do? I'm confused. So you're trying to tell me that it's never your responsibility? It was never you wanting to do it. It's always somebody else's fault. Like, you can't come up to me and be like, girl, you want some overtime? You're going to have to, I'll be like, nigga, what? Who are you talking to? Because no one would ever say that to me anyway. But I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? What? I don't need nothing that bad. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay, just say I'll go do it. All right, I'll do it, child. Just whip it out. Shit. How much am I getting for this? Okay. Then you come back and be like, now you gotta do this. Who the fuck are you talking to? That one time was enough. Child, do it one time so you ain't gotta worry about keep going back. How about that? Turn on a camera, a recorder, or something. You're just gonna keep going back for years? Girl, go to hell. Ain't nobody trying here and there, none of that. I don't care. I don't believe it. That's just me. Black House, thank you so much. He said there's no crying in fraudulent overtime. Exactly. Isn't it interesting that once you started to get investigated for the fraudulent overtime, now all of a sudden, it's all this essay. So fraudulent overtime can mean that you put down hours that you said you did overtime, but you didn't necessarily do it. That's called, in corporate America, it's called timekeeping fraud. This is basically the same thing. Come on, child.
Who's gonna believe me? Who can I talk to? Who can I tell?
Epps, a 19-year NYPD veteran, sitting down with Eyewitness News alongside her attorney about the EEOC complaint she filed last year, which reads, Marjorie engaged in quid pro quo sexual harassment and would coerce her into performing unwanted sexual favors in exchange for overtime opportunities. Overtime she previously expressed was needed after her 2-income household dropped down to 1 income due to the COVID shutdown. She says the harassment all started in June 2023 when Marjorie called her inside of his 13th floor office at
2023 is when it started, child. Now we blaming C-19, child.
Needed after her 2-income household dropped down to 1 income due to the COVID shutdown. She says the harassment all started in June 2023 when Marjorie called her inside of his 13th floor office at One Police Plaza.
And it was in this moment when things changed for the worse.
Epps describing in explicit, disturbing detail the first time she says Marjorie forced himself on her.
And he keeps saying that he's sorry. He's sick. It's like rubbing his chest. I'm like a chief of department.
The mother of 3, struggling to.
I'm gonna come. You gonna come to me rubbing your chest talking about I'm still a nigga. I'm still a nigga. I'll be like, yeah, nigga, you a nigga. And what? What the fuck? And where was the other income at? That's what I want to know. Because they said she went from 2 to 1. Where the other income go? Who was it? What was it? What happened? And you got 3 kids. Shout out to the Gremlins. And you got 3 kids. How you know you going through all that? That means you was run off at the mouth. I'm still a nigga. Yeah, nigga, you are a nigga. And what? Shit. What? Child, these people. It's always, oh my God, poor women's not responsible for anything. Oh my God. That big, he is big though. That big black man, girl, you black too. That big black nigga. I'm still a nigga. It's not funny. I'm still a nigga. Girl, goodbye. You found a way to have 3 kids, but you couldn't tell that man to get the fuck out your face. Girl, shut up.
I'm like a chief of department.
The mother of 3, struggling to get through the details.
1 second.
He starts using his weight to push me into the room.
Now that very well might be true. Child, that's a lot of weight. Whoo, Lord, help your people.
In the dorm area. And I feel like excruciating pain. And I can say, stop. And he just,
girl, what are tears?
Sorry. Baby, I'm sorry.
All right, there's one.
I just need it. He said he dreams about it.
I just need it. I dream about it. Girl, what? Listen, even though Donkey Kong is as huge as he is, I just, for some reason, since he's head of department, in charge of all of the NYPD police, I just got a feeling that he could pick any biatch he wanted to that would go along with whatever the hell it is that he was selling. I'm just thinking. I could be wrong. So I don't believe you at all. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Stop. And he just, baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry.
Ain't that a song? Baby, I'm sorry.
I just need it. He says he dreams about it. He just dreams about it. And then my body just kind of went like, flat. I just trying to lay still and maybe it will stop sooner.
She says Madry, more than twice her size.
And then you went back. Listen, I like him big, but Donkey Kong is big, okay? I'm just saying. He probably got a lot of weight compared to her, but you went back. And you didn't tell the EEOC people until they was messing with you. Till they was saying that we got a problem. You didn't say nothing before that. So remember when I told y'all in the break room, there's this whole thing that says where you can go when you have problems. So you knew to go once they started investigating you, but you didn't know to go when Donkey Kong was pushing up on you like that. Child. Yeah, Shy. Shout out to Shy. Baby, I'm yours. Yes. Child, please. I can't. Shout out to Anthony Jackson. I appreciate you, hon. He said, Messy, there's a Thornton Township meeting today currently going on now. Shout out to them. I got to be honest. I don't care. I got to be honest. I could do a recap on it. I do not want to sit there and deal with whether Tiffany comes or not. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you, everyone. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new.
Eyes had her pinned in a small space. She couldn't move.
I honestly don't know what was happening.
Yeah,
I wasn't even connecting. Why me? You said you was going to protect me.
And for the next 18 months, Epps says Madry would often corner her when the two were alone and force himself on her.
Everything was in one PP.
Hey, wait. First of all, if you effing somebody, I bet they do corner you if they see you every day, right? I would think. I'm just saying. I could be wrong. You working together. Hey, boo, I see you, boo. Hey, boo, I see you, boo.
I wasn't even connecting. Why me? You said you was going to protect me.
And for the next 18 months, Epps says Madry would often corner her when the two were alone and force himself on her.
Everything was in one PP. I have never, ever had any type of exchange physically with him. He's never violated me outside of one PP.
But because of Madry's rank and power within the department, Epps saying she had nowhere to turn.
I never said a cross word about him.
Oh.
I just tried to lay low and survive.
In late December, an attorney for Chief Madry denying the allegations and sharing his side of the story.
Lieutenant Epps had a consensual adult relationship, albeit for a short time, with Jeff.
Madry's attorney reiterating this position when we reached out to him about our interview, also saying Lieutenant Epps was suspended from the NYPD in mid-December for allegedly stealing time because it's believed she falsified timesheets and was paid for overtime that she never performed.
Oh, no. Oh, no. These are oppressors. They don't know how to deal with each other. That doesn't bode well for the rest of us where they're supposed to protect and serve us. Shout out to A-Team. Thank you, hon. She said, yes, ma'am, I've seen it a lot in the workplace. They were romantically involved. I'm sure many of us have seen it. But now this the grown-ass woman has a whole home and 3 fucking kids. We need to stop this shit, okay? You cannot be a whole fucking adult and always say that you couldn't, you didn't know. It's not fair. It's not right. You were supposed to. No, ma'am, you were supposed to. You certainly took that money, so come on now. You ain't say nothing until they started investigating you. Then all of a sudden it's a problem. Come on. Goodbye.
It was only after she was accused of stealing that she decided to make up a story to try to save her own skin.
Right.
We look forward to total vindication.
And he just explained to me that he was sorry. And if I didn't say anything, we keep this here. He would help me. He'd protect me.
And earlier today, Lieutenant Epps filed a complaint with NYPD Internal Affairs over nude videos of her that are now circulating on messaging apps. Epps and her attorney claim she was coerced into making the videos in Madry's actions to...
She was coerced into making the videos. Now that the videos are out there, somebody made her do it. Somebody made her make those videos. Child, I can't. You bitches get on my nerves. Yeah, Derwin, she was young and dumb 4 years ago. Of course she was. It's always an excuse for fucking adults.
Keep her under his power and control. However, Madry's lawyer has said all along they are aware these videos exist and that the relationship was consensual. Coming up tomorrow night at 11, I'll have part 2 of my exclusive sit down as Lieutenant Epps talks more.
Shout out to Darla, child. Come on, we got damn part 2. NYPD lieutenant sheds light onto department overtime abuse scandal, child.
Last night at 11, we heard for the first time from the NYPD lieutenant who is accusing the former chief of department of sexual harassment. And that was only part of the story. Lieutenant Quathisha Epps is also at the middle of an NYPD overtime scandal that has shaken up the department. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles has the rest of the story.
I did not sign off on any of my overtime. You cannot self-certify.
During fiscal year 2020.
She know how to talk that, but she don't know how to say, nigga, get on up out of my MFing face.
24, Lieutenant Quathisha Epps more than doubled her salary with overtime, taking home $406,000.
She thought she was going to walk off into the sunset. She was trying to retire and wasn't thinking about talking about or reporting that man. I'm going to just go ahead and retire. They was like, not so fast. He did it to me. Girl.
I can explain my overtime. I don't know if he was willing to explain
your overtime.
My overtime.
But that's only half the story, according to an EEOC complaint she filed in December that says her boss, former chief of department Jeffrey Madry, demanded monetary compensation in return, including requiring her to fund a trip to Miami for him and his wife.
He says that
so she had to pay for a trip for him and his wife.
Oh, you're going to start cutting me some of that overtime. So I would give him money. There was a day that he had me.
Oh, so you would give him money. So you knew what you were doing? Is that what you're saying?
In his office after the bar exam, he told me to call his wife, act like I was like giving them a gift of, a gift of something. It's like $3,000.
Did you give them that $3,000?
Yes, I did.
Epps says it was during this time period that she was being sexually harassed and assaulted by Madry in what her attorney calls a textbook case of predatory abuse and victim silencing, using coercion to obtain compromising material, then weaponizing it to instill fear.
When he says that he wants something, I'm supposed to comply with it. He'll say, go, close the door and close the door strip and send me something.
While he's still in the meeting.
While he's still in the meeting.
If you didn't.
There were not very many times that I didn't.
Oh, so you never said no, so you always complied. So in other words, nothing happened when you said no, and yet you continuously mostly said yes. Shout out to Amanaz. I appreciate you, hon. She said, even if it happened, what does this have to do with stealing time? She's top with the foolishness and own up to your dirt. We don't believe you. So her mouth just never says no. Pause. So she just never says no. I ain't gonna do it. Fighting back. Get out my face. None of that. Never know what. Never, never, never. A grown ass woman that was a homeowner that had 3 kids that maybe allegedly had someone living with her, but she didn't know how to tell him, nigga, if you don't get out my fucking face, and kept going back and then was just going to retire into the sunset. We just supposed to forget that part. Then she gets investigated. Oh, no. He was supposed to protect me. Girl, I can't.
And as the overtime scandal was brewing in December, Epps decided to file for early retirement, which would require approval by Commissioner Tisch to leave the department in good standing.
And then he says that he's going to go upstairs and talk to her. I'll go upstairs and talk to her. I'll go upstairs and come here. And pulls my arm. And he takes me by my neck, pulling my head like closer to his groin. And he says, just kiss it a little bit, just kiss it a little bit and let me get my mind right. So
Kiss it, make it, come on. Don't Rihanna sing that. Girl, just do it. You know you've been doing it. What is the problem?
And pulls my arm, and he takes me by my neck, pulling my head like closer to his groin, and he says, just kiss it a little bit, just kiss a little bit, and let me get my mind right so I can.
Does that help y'all get your minds right, gentlemen? Bueller. Just a little kiss. Does that help you get your mind right? Is that weird for him to say? I'm just asking questions. Child, we might as well start learning around here with this bullshit. Okay? Child, Switchblade, thank you, honey. He said, but he walked like he got arthritis. He probably does. Because and he started at the bottom. Now he here, head of department. Now it's all going away because of Quathisha, who clearly, in my opinion, they was having relations until they said, girl, we're going to take a look at all this time you've been putting up in here. Anyway.
Get my mind right and go upstairs and talk to her.
1 month later, the Queen's home of Marjorie searched by federal agents in this overtime abuse scandal that led to a shakeup in internal affairs. The chief and more than a dozen high-ranking officials NIA removed from their post. Marjorie denying the allegations of overtime abuse and sexual misconduct. His attorney telling Eyewitness News in response to this report.
He got both legs, child. I see it from here.
Abuse and sexual misconduct. His attorney telling Eyewitness.
He might have some pretty hair too. Stress relief. Him going upstairs to talk with stress relief. I got it. Understood. Yeah, understood.
Witness News in response to this report. We look forward to total vindication. Epps seeking the same.
Maybe in speaking out, maybe other victims will dig deep.
We ain't heard about another victim all this time.
Find some courage in a place where I couldn't even find courage, that they may feel like they don't have to sit quietly in these situations, that this is wrong.
After initially being suspended, both Lieutenant Epps and Chief Marjorie have retired from the NYPD without any departmental charges of overtime abuse. Marjorie, however, is still under investigation by federal authorities who have contacted Epps about their investigation.
So he's still under investigation. I guess she just gets to walk off into the sunset. The game is not meant for you gentlemen to win ever. Shout out to Danny Blackman. I appreciate you, hon. He says she didn't think to bite and run, do something. Come on now. Come on now. What do you think this is? You think that she's supposed to sit up here and do something for herself and she could just turn around and said, y'all didn't do nothing for her? You actually think that she should take some responsibility for any of it? Always going back, never saying anything. He should have protected me. Now, like I said before, he's an idiot for giving his rank to do this with someone that had nothing to lose compared to what he had to lose. But child, I'm just saying they're both idiots if you ask me. Shout out to idiots all of 2025. Our new word. Let me take y'all over here for a second to Lizzo, because Lizzo is mad. And in the strength of what everyone else always says, she's crying.
You're being a racist! Racist!
So I don't know if you know, Lizzo has some new music out. Did anybody know, Bueller? Lizzo slams criticism and mistreatment of Black pop artists. The way this world treats Black women is sickening. For the most part, I've been all right. Some niggas nig, but for the most part, I've been all right. All right. Just leave them niggas alone. That's all I got for y'all. All right. Just like head of department. Nigga, if you don't get out my face and leave me alone. Hey girl. Nigga, why are you? I'm just a nigga. Yeah, you are. Why are you rubbing your chest? Coming towards me. That's weird. That looks strange. Right? Ciao. Anyway. Blacklisted Janet, and now 20 years later, giving her flowers. Who never gave Janet Jackson her flowers? Bueller? We've always given Janet Jackson her flowers. I don't know what, Lizzo don't know what the fuck she's talking about. We've been giving Janet flowers since she was on stage with Michael Jackson. We've been giving it to her since she was on Good Fucking Times. We've been giving it to her since she did Control. We've been giving it to her since Rhythm Nation. Like, Lizzo, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Just accept the fact that nobody likes your bullshit ass music. Because that's really what it is at the end of the day. Dogged Whitney and called her a drug addict. We didn't dog Whitney. We didn't dog Whitney. When Whitney first came out, for those that don't know, because I watched one of the many movies on Whitney Houston, when she first came out, the coloreds as a whole gave her a hard time. You know why? Because her music was more popish. How would I know? And I can't think of the rest of them. But her stuff was too white and pop. And you know who was leading that charge and saying that? God, give you 3 guesses and the first 3 don't count. Who was out there dogging Whitney. Sorry, it was an idiot. But saying that she wasn't black enough. But that didn't mean that we wasn't rocking the Whitney in the 80s, because we most certainly was. And we most certainly was there for her and Bobby. And we most certainly was there for when she was on the Waiting to Exhale track, when she was in that movie, because I was just watching it the other day. Everything that she did. Thank you. The winner is Tyrone. Hold on. The winner is Tyrone. Al fucking Sharpton, that nigga that y'all still listen to for no fucking reason, because he ain't doing shit for your ass, was dogging out Whitney Houston because her music wasn't colored enough. And actually was out here like saying it in the fucking public. Whitney the Whitney Houston, who could sing like nobody else. She was Sissy Houston's fucking daughter, and he didn't even have enough respect for her from that perspective. Oh, nobody want to remember that, but Lizzo want to say it's because she's a black woman. Bitch, your shit sucks. Don't bring Whitney into this shit, and most definitely never bring Janet Jackson into anything. There will never be any fucking Janet Jackson slander here. Never, ever, no fucking way. Your shit sucks. Do better. How about that? She said, laughed at Tina's abuse and never let her forget. Now, as far as Tina Turner's concerned, I don't know, that's a little bit before me, okay? But if people was laughing at what was going on with Tina Turner and the stuff that was in the movie, it was because it was the fucking movie. I don't know. If there's anybody here that know about Tina Turner, I don't know. But yes, we definitely laughed at that fucking movie. But we also cheered for her when she fucking finally left his ass too. So don't bring these iconic people into your bullshit. You are nothing on the level of Janet, Whitney, or Tina fucking Turner at the end of the day. No one is going to remember your ass for none of that music. They'll remember you for whining on the fucking internet, I promise you. Lizzo has hit back at people criticizing her music and other black pop icons in the past. See what the Truth Hurts singer had to say below. So your only hit is basically Truth Hurts. I don't know anything else from her, maybe one other song. This is the song that I like, okay? Maybe she got something else. I don't know the shit. I don't give a shit. You're not that special, Lizzo. You're not doing anything that's wonderful. You're usually eating online and complaining about people calling you names. Lizzo recently announced news of her new album, Love in Real Life, when she previously released the LP's title track as lead single last month and has since gone on to drop the unapologetic song, Still Bad. Anyway, since then, the star has drawn some criticism for the song on social media and has made her return. So she's returning to Twitter. How you gonna go to Twitter? I thought y'all are not supposed to be supporting Elon. I'm pretty sure she on that type of time where you're not going to support Elon because of what he's doing and through the transitive property of Donald damn Trump, because you know everything is Donald damn Trump's fault, right? Now she's going to make a return to Twitter just so that she can talk about how black women have it so bad in music. No, bitch, you suck. How many times can I say it? Your music must suck. Since moving to Blue Sky. Oh, yeah, Blue Sky is the colored Twitter. So wait a minute. Why didn't you just give this all on Blue Sky, Lizzo? Why did you come over to the whole white man from Africa's app to tell everybody your bullshit? Because nobody's over here on Blue Sky? No shade, no shade. I'm just asking questions. Is anybody here on Blue Sky, Bueller? Does anyone know what Blue Sky is around here, Bueller? Have y'all heard about Blue Sky, which is supposed to be the black version of Twitter? Y'all on there? Let me know. Save for a few promotional posts to address criticism of her music and the mistreatment of black women and pop as a whole. Addressing her own music, she wrote, saying my brand of poptimism doesn't work in a post-C19 world is a lazy take. As if I didn't release About Damn Time post-pandemic. She doubled down, continuing, as if I didn't write About Damn Time to be a post-lockdown anthem to inspire us to get outside and together again, and was successful at it, by the way. Oh, so she should be successful at all times. I never heard of this shit. So here's her tweet. Saving, okay, that's the same thing. So she came off of the black app to come to the white African app because she knew she would get traction from the white African app. So in other words, you are not having faith in the black app, black woman. So you went over to the white African to get your word of bullshit out. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe it's just me. She then shared that she thinks the criticism she faces isn't unique to her, but it's something that has been experienced by several black pop icons in the past. I think seeing and hearing a black woman make real music with radical joy triggers miserable people. But I follow in the steps of Janet Jackson, of Funkadelic, of Earth, Wind and Fire. Nobody's doing it like me for us, and I stand on that. Ma'am, if you're so full of yourself, I don't understand why you came back to the white man's African app in order to complain if you're doing so well. This is your MO. This is your MO? This is your MO. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me when? Nobody likes me. Oh my God, you don't like me. It's somebody else's fault if nobody likes me. Girl, you lost the weight and you still whining? Lord have mercy. What the fuck do y'all want? She went on to call back to the numerous black musicians who were mistreated. Aretha Franklin. Now she want to bring in Aretha. Anybody know about her? I wasn't here for that either. And Whitney Houston. What did people do to Aretha Franklin? I need somebody to tell me because I don't know that story. Got backlash for being too pop, and they kept going, and so will I. They got it from colors. Whitney did anyway. Let me rephrase. Whitney did. She continued a scathing post pointing out the hypocrisy of fans in the music industry when it comes to black musicians. The way this world treats black women is sickening. Blacklisted Janet, and now 20 years later, y'all calling her music cute black girl bops and giving her flowers. Dogged Whitney for her love life and called her a drug addict for last, but now y'all want to honor her. Y'all laughed at Tina Turner's abuse and never let her forget. The least protected person in America.
And kiss my whole entire black ass. Nigga, please.
I can't take it, y'all. I just can't take it. Should I change my race this month too? This month's almost over. Maybe I should change my race for April. What should I be for April? Because I'm tired of these bitches, okay? I'm over it. It's always between Quathisha and Lizzo. I'm just mad. I'm just over it. I can't take it. Elsewhere, Lizzo earlier this month explained how she came up with the album title, saying that it came when she realized how much more integral real-life friendships are compared to those through social media. Girl, I think that real life is the only place that love exists. Oh my God. I swear you motherfuckers think you are so fucking profound. You just think that you are so damn profound. Girl, go get a hot dog and eat it, because I'm over it. I don't even care. I'm not even finishing this because she's pissing me the fuck off. Shout out to Romello. I appreciate you, hon. He said, I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. Does that make me crazy? Probably. Child. I'm over it. I'm just so tired of the fucking excuses. I'm a black woman. It's not right. It's not fair. Oh my God. No one can criticize. No one can complain. No one can correct. No one can say anything. If it's good, then it's wonderful. If it's great, then we'll accept it. But if it's anything other than that, it's a problem. It's not right. It's not fair. It's racist. How dare you? I'm a woman. I'm a this, some of that. I'm a this, some of that. I'm a this, some of that. So just say you perfect. Not me, child. I'm never in that realm, right? But this bitch and the rest of these bitches make this shit harder for the rest of us saying this dumb ass shit. If your shit sucks, what happened? This is a participation trophy bitch, okay? And I'm using that word because I mean that word. This is a participation trophy bitch. She's used to, probably because she's probably a millennial, thinking that everyone should always say good things about her and she should always win. Life don't fucking work that way. I don't know why your mothers failed y'all to make you think that everything is everything at all times and that just because you put out something that's fucking mediocre, everyone's supposed to think that it's wonderful. I haven't listened to it and I'm not going to, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the shit sucks. Because if it was any good, then it would be just, you would get the same praise that you got for the Truth Hurts album or whatever the fuck that album was called. That album was also, that song was featured in that daggone movie. Is this in any movie? Oh, so you couldn't get it this time? Just like when you was out on the side of the basketball court being desperate for fucking attention, showing your fat ass and the crack of your fat ass to people that didn't want to see it, including kids. I don't believe you apologize for that shit. How many times I see your bitch ass on fucking Instagram stuffing your motherfucking face with a bunch of shit that all it does is clog up your fucking arteries, but then someone is supposed to give a fuck. Now all of a sudden, body positivity, but then your fat ass lost that weight, didn't you? You still complaining. You can't make motherfuckers happy that don't want to be it. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, shout out to Aisha. Thank you so much. Ciao. Thank you, Aisha. Very generous of you as always. Thank you so much. She said, I'm in traffic listening to your rip for her big self. New one, get her messy. Child, I can't take it. It's always some dumb ass shit. And then they always got to bring in black women. I'm not identifying with this shit. You see how black I am? You see that I'm a fucking woman? I do not identify with this shit. It is never any Quathisha. I do not identify with that shit. When are you ever able to do shit as a grown fucking adult? When? As a woman? When? You can't always fucking win. And if you make the fucking choice to fuck the Department of whatever the fuck he is, Donkey Kong, then admit that shit. Admit the shit. Thank you, Aisha. I appreciate you. Thank you, Trinidad. I appreciate you. He said, grown, petulant, effing children, but they grown. Just making life harder for the rest of us. Shout out to everyone that is still here. I appreciate you, y'all. We're moving on to ABL because, shout out to Death the Reaper and somebody else that sent this to me. The United Nations judge convicted of slavery. So in 2025, child, there's some slavery going on.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Child. So we're about to listen to ABL. Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan's video. Let me thank Aisha for another 20. Girl, shout out to you. Appreciate you, boo. Shout out to the MSDs. Shout out to the MSD, high value MSDs. She said, identify as a white, Asian, Chinese woman today. I might have to take that on. No bite. I'm just saying, child, because clearly being a black woman just does not pay off at all, according to all these black bitches. All right, y'all. So we're gonna listen to the ABL, at least some of it anyway, and see what's going on here with this slavery, child.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we're going to talk about 49-year-old Lydia Mugambe, a UN judge from Uganda who has been convicted, not just accused.
Is that where O'Shea is? O'Shea, is this your people, child? O'Shea, go help her, child. Go help her.
Not just charged, but convicted of slavery in the UK. Now, this story is much deeper than what you may have seen. Because if you see a headline that says, okay, UN judge keeps woman in her home to do chores and cook, some of y'all are going to say, oh, ABO, it's not really a big deal. I mean, come on. Free room and board, and you do a few chores. What's wrong with that? Well, this story is much deeper than that. And if you are a UN judge, can't you afford to have a paid maid, a housekeeper, a cleaning service, a nanny, a butler, something? Don't you make enough money to make that happen? I'm just saying. Now, if you guys have not seen Miss Mugabe, again, 49 years old from Uganda, a UN judge.
What is going on? All right. Let me just, maybe this is how they act in Uganda, child. Because why I'm thinking of Joy Reid right now, and is that a roller in her hair? Where did the damn last super chat go before I say something I need not say, child? Shout out to Chaotic Romello. I appreciate you, boo. He said, I identify as a Japanese man with cornrows and I eat my black-eyed peas with sticky rice. I can be that too. I can be a Japanese woman. I can do that too. I don't eat black-eyed peas though, child, at all. Never, ever, no way. Shout out to you, and I appreciate you. Somebody just said wait, thank you so much, Romello. I appreciate you. It's a powered wig. Okay, all right, girl, go on.
That's her right there with the crazy UK wig. I don't know what's going on with these wigs in 2025. I guess it's tradition, I get it, but at a certain point it looked ridiculous. Maybe they always have, I don't really know, but that's her right there. Again, if you are a UN judge, you don't have enough money to pay for a person rather than having a slave. Now, before I go any further into it, let's get to a clip of her being interviewed by the authorities out there. I will link to this video in full in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I'm going to have to now arrest you on suspicion of keeping somebody in slavery and servitude under the Modern Slavery Act. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defense.
Look, it's so surprised. So surprised. Seriously, ma'am, I don't think it's really that surprising. I think you know exactly what's going on here. And when I get into the details, you'll definitely know that she knows what's happening right now.
You don't mention my question, something which later on in court. Officer. Anything you do say may be used as evidence. All right. Sorry?
I am a judge in my country. I even have immunity. I am not a criminal.
You've got immunity in this country?
Yes. I have a diplomatic passport.
You're a diplomat?
Yes.
So we'll need to see that then.
Now, I don't know about the whole diplomat thing. I don't know about that. I mean, as
she got a straight African accent. You go, girl. Child, shout out to the Tethers, child. I hear that accent. Love it, child. Come on, girl.
See, if you are a diplomat.
I came here as a student. I don't need her to work for me. I didn't come with her. She asked me because she has worked at my home before. She asked me.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to now arrest you on suspicion.
All right, so that's the video right there. Again, I'll link to it in the box. Before we get to the article, elephant in the room. Is anybody surprised that a UN judge would do something like this?
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to the UN. I know it's plenty of good guys in an article, because now we got to get to the nitty gritty. Here we go. We're on BBC. UN judge guilty of forcing women to work as a slave. That's a key word right there, forcing. It's not just a matter of, okay, somebody's in my house, they're living with me, they're doing a few chores because they want to. This is my niece. No, it's not quite that way. So look, a UN judge has been convicted of forcing a young woman to work as a slave. Wow. Prosecutor said Lydia Mugambe took advantage of her status over her victim by preventing her from holding down steady employment.
Oh, wait a minute. This sounded a lot like Quathisha. Come on now. This is going on all over the world.
While forcing her to work as her maid and provide childcare for free. See, that's the key right there. Because look, if I am a regular employee, then I can go work wherever I want to work.
Not only only was she made to work with cleaning up as a maid, she had to watch the crumb snatchers. Is this sisterhood? Because it's the judge woman that kept a young woman to be her slave. Oh, sisterhood ain't looking too good around here.
I don't have to work for you.
Glad I'm Japanese.
I could quit, go get another job. I could have more than one job. I could do whatever I want. But see, when you are a slave, the whole idea is you work only for me and you work for free.
What an
You
outrage.
are my possession. That's the idea of slavery.
What an outrage.
Let's continue. The 49-year-old, who is also a high court judge in Uganda, was found guilty of conspiring to facilitate the commission of a breach of UK immigration law, facilitating travel with a view to exploitation, forcing someone to work, and conspiracy to intimidate a witness. Now, of course, these are UK laws. They may be a little bit different than the US. What I see right here would be called human trafficking over here.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. This is a textbook case of human trafficking and slavery. So she'll be sentenced on May 2nd at the Oxford Crown Court. And footage released by the Thames Valley Police, Mugambe appeared to shock. Like you saw that, like the big eyes. Gasps were heard from the public gallery as the verdicts were given, and the court was clear as the defendant appeared unwell. Caroline Hawkey, KC, prosecuting told jurors during the trial, Lydia Mugambe has exploited and abused her alleged victim, taking advantage of her lack of understanding of her rights to properly paid employment and deceiving her as to the purpose of her coming to the UK. So we're talking about someone who is not from the UK. Now listen. If you are a UN judge.
Oh no, anybody think that she'll come out here and start talking about, but I didn't know. That's not how they do it in my country. Kind of like the alleged kidnapping down in Cartagena. Remember that? Woo! Lord, help your people. O'Shea, come help her. She need help, child. She need help.
Surely you have enough salary monies to go out and hire
Anthony Brian Logan. Don't these mayors have enough money and they still out here wilding? Shout out to the white lady from yesterday and Big Tiff and LaToya Cantrell and Chantal. Like, come on now. You think that these people are supposed to just follow the effing law even when they have well into the high six-figure salaries? Not Big Tiff, but she had almost 500,000 if I remember correctly. No, child. Get this shit for free. I'm gonna keep my money. And I'm gonna get a slave. And I'm gonna make her, well, I ain't got no kids, but I'm gonna make her clean this house and for free. And she can come back. Oh, that's the other thing. Did she stay with her? Did she keep coming back? This is
a maid, a nanny, a butler, a cleaning service in the UK, rather than going back to Uganda or sending for someone from Uganda to come to UK and be in your house only for free. She alleged Mugambe, who was studying for a law PhD at the University of Oxford, had conspired with Ugandan Deputy High Commissioner John Leonard Mugera.
Oh no! So somebody else was helping. Somebody else was helping, child. Now this is what a ring. Is this what Diddy did allegedly? Oh no! Ex trafficking.
To arrange for the young woman to come to the UK. Okay, now it gets deeper, right? Prosecutors said the pair participated in a very dishonest trade of. Now we're talking about purchasing the woman. Okay, so now you're in my house, you can't leave, working for free, and I purchased you from Uganda and brought you to the UK for that purpose. That's textbook slavery right there. I don't care if it's black on black, white on black, black on white, whatever the colors are involved. This is textbook slavery. Okay, let's keep on going here. So it was a very dishonest trade-off in which Mr. Mugera arranged for the Ugandan High Commission to sponsor the woman's entrance into the UK. In exchange, Mugambe would attempt to speak to a judge who was in charge of legal action Mr. Mugera was named in. She was also found guilty of conspiring to intimidate the woman to withdraw her support for the prosecution and have the charges against her dropped. Okay, so look, there's more, but you get the idea of what's happening.
Yeah.
Shout out to the UK.
Yeah, shout out to the UK. Child, they ain't doing no better than the rest of us, child. The UK ain't ish at the end of the day either. All right. Shout out to ABL as well. How we gonna have a whole ass slave? Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't even blame it just on America, child. Shout out to Trinidad. He said, I'm identifying as a Rasta Punjabi until August 31st. Maybe I can be that too. Woo! gotta identify something because this is crazy. Sorry, ABL. Sorry for the pause. Sorry, boo. But this is so stupid. Just more stupidity upon stupidity upon stupidity, child. Anyway, we moving on, y'all. Moving on. All right, let's get into some of these videos, child. Let's go over here. This is like the TikTok section, even though it's on Instagram, okay? Shout out to everyone that is still here. If you want to go watch Thornton Township, have at it, understood. We moving on with this mess for a little while longer anyway, all right? Because I got to get 8 hours of sleep. The doctor told me I got to do it, all right? Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Get into this chat. Just browsing. She played the game and kept a trump card up her sleeve. When in doubt, claim you were forced to. I'm assuming you're talking about Quathisha. Yo, Thankless Thursdays. I like that. I like that, Couch. Thankless Thursdays. That might be the winner. That might be the winner. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. All right. So this is from, am I on? Yeah. Inside Damon podcast. And it says, "We're the fathers." It's a scene from, shout out to TQS. He has ascended slaves.
Built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves. This is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. This is your song, thank you.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Hopefully she at least thanked her over there in Uganda. All right. So this is a scene from Fix Your Life, I'm sure. Boys need their fathers. All right, child. Get yourself together, idiots, because this is all your fault, as always.
You, since this is not a demonstration of a man, you need to tell me what man you're using to measure him with. Which one?
My idea.
Which is your idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the idea you trained him up to be?
No.
Oh, so how in the blazing bejesus are you holding him accountable to a standard that you didn't teach him, his father didn't give him, he don't even know what it is, and yet as his mother, you sit in his face and tell him you don't respect him as a man?
Like I said, it was events. It wasn't just.
I'm talking about
and it's
one
also
thing.
how he treats me.
Yeah, but
He doesn't respect me
hello.
as a mom,
You see, you are a provocative victim. You provoke stuff, and then when you start being held accountable for it, then you start twisting and turning and making the other person wrong. Look at me, Mom. Look at me. Look at me. You just sat here and told your son, who ain't got a needle in his arm, who I'm assuming pays his own rent. He's married to a registered nurse. He's got 3 baby boys. And you just sat here in his face and said, I don't respect him as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think to consider what that does to his heart, to his soul, to his spirit.
I'm sure that's hurtful.
And you okay with that?
And it's hurtful for the things that he says.
But there you go. You're doing it. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. I'm holding you accountable and you spinning your web. You're trying to get away. You're trying to get away. Tell me, here's the question. Just answer it. We'll get back to that other stuff later. Tell me.
Forgive me. I respect him. He's a wonderful man.
Do you understand that?
That sounded sincere.
That your mouth, your voice, your words are connected to the coils in his heart, to the valves in his heart. He can't help but love you. And every time you dishonor that love, you chip a piece of it. In our culture as Black people, when the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him. But since we don't live in our culture no more, we say what we want to say, do what we want to say. We tear our men down and then wonder why they don't make good husbands and fathers. Mothers destroy sons. His mother can speak to him in certain ways that destroy him in ways that can never be repaired. So I'm asking you.
But got them nails done, don't she? And this is why Iyanla don't do the show no more, because all that what she said, daggone well, none of that went over. How in the hell she ain't trying to hear none of it? That lady, I don't even know why most of the people even ever went on there, because they never wanted to hear what the hell it is that she had to say. Especially if you had to say that some man was right and you were wrong, right? She ain't trying to hear that. She was trying to deflect all over the daggone place. And y'all are trying to help people, one family at a fucking time, trying to repair, trying to make better for the future, trying to clear things up. I'm glad she said that, though. I'm glad she said that. This is why the culture is what it is, because you can't say shit, because you have faith in somebody like fucking Lizzo just because her fat ass ain't having a good record sale and saying, bitch, go back to the studio and do better. Can't say that. There's got to be all black women. Everything that we go through, it's not fair. Oh my God, right? Look how you treat it, and then bring all these other people in to float your stupid ass agenda where it still comes down to your shit sucks. Because if it didn't, then people would like it, or they would buy it, or whatever the hell you do with music at this point. Why don't you go pay for the money to go work with Beyonce, and then maybe that will help your ass. You're not as wonderful as you think. And she didn't even think about talking about Lizzo, that what happened with those alleged essay victims may have had a hurting on her. Not to mention that some of the people, when she used to say don't body shame, are mad that she lost weight. So some people want to care about the fucking internet all the time and what they think, which is half of the problem as well. This woman, if she don't care about her son, this goes along with what I always say, right? If she don't have the care for her son, then I'm supposed to be around her. She don't have the care for her son, but I'm supposed to think that she got the care for me. God forbid if I was in her presence. Child, this is why I can't deal with people, because you just don't know. If they do this to their children, this ain't discipline. Like she said, he married to a whole RN. He's married, first of all, 3 boys, married to a successful woman, assuming he must be something, right? And she still ain't got nothing to say. Child, listen, I'm going to tell the truth, shame the devil. You like it, love it, live it. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because biatches be biatching. It don't matter where you at. You're never going to admit it. You're never going to change it, which means that's why it continues to go like this and roll downhill, wash, rinse, repeat over and over and over again. And then we'll say that it's fucking racism. No, it's this shit right here. And don't nobody want to change it. Don't nobody want to get no fucking help. Don't nobody want to get no therapy or a real therapy. Not another black biatch that's just going to tell you what you want to hear. Or any woman, honestly. You just look for people that's going to tell you what you want to hear, and then everything is everything, and then you feel better, and then you go back to doing the same shit that you was doing before. Sometimes it's just never enough. That's why people need to be leaving their mothers alone. Like, child, is it time for the child? It might be today. No, I just realized, what's the date of today? Today's the 20th. Today's the fucking family meeting. I'm not going to that shit. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I can take doses at a time with all of them, because they're going to start talking about politics. I'm telling y'all, that's what the first thing they're going to do. I don't care to hear it. I don't care to hear it. Anyway, don't let me get triggered. Moving on, child. Moving on. What else did y'all dusty asses do today? Let's see. Oh, Corey the Trainer, child. Do y'all know who Corey the Trainer is? Men today. Okay, men today. Idiots. Idiots of today. It's your turn. It's your turn. Men today need to get their heads out of the clouds when it comes to selecting a life partner. There's nothing wrong with having preferences and standards, but some of y'all aren't qualified to have the type of woman you desire. Just saying. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, Corey, men today often pursue women they aren't qualified to have. Some of y'all need a reality check.
I have friends, and their standards for women are incredibly unrealistic. Especially if you consider how they look. They'll say things like, oh, well, you know, her ass ain't big enough. Her boobs don't sit high enough. She wears too much makeup. Her hair ain't long enough. She's not pretty enough. Her feet don't look good. I'm like, do y'all have mirrors in your house? Men in general, right, who hold women to these incredibly unrealistic beauty standards. I'd like to know, do y'all have mirrors at your house? Do y'all know what y'all look like? It's baffling to me. The average woman, right? It's not good enough for you because she doesn't look like an IG model or a Victoria's Secret model, right? She doesn't fit your aesthetic, but you're not considering that you're average, bro. You're pudgy. You're probably broke. You're not here. You're here, bro. And yet you want women who are here. You're average.
You're average.
I have friends.
You're an idiot.
And their standards for women are incredibly unrealistic. especially if you consider how they look. They'll say things like, oh, well, you know, her ass ain't big enough. Her boobs don't sit high enough. She wears too much makeup. Her hair ain't long enough. She's not pretty enough. Her feet don't look good. I'm like, do y'all have mirrors in your house? Men in general.
Y'all got mirrors in your house? Do y'all got mirrors in your house, ninjas? What the hell I'm sorry, idiots. What are y'all doing? Child, y'all are just messing it all up. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what you're looking for, what you want. As Kiko said, Derek Jackson 2.0. Derek Jackson out here taking strays. Lord. I'm going to read the comments. I'm definitely reading the comments. Let me acknowledge Trinidad. Thank you. He said, my bet. That man wife is nothing like her mom. Oh, the man from the other story. My bet. That man wife is nothing like her, the mom, and really treats him properly as her husband and child's dad. That's her issue with him, his wife. Oh, for sure. Abso-fucking-lutely. Well, she was already a biatch to begin with, clearly. And then, of course, they be mad that their children can be married and do it properly and be married for a long time. Trust me, I know. And then will do everything in their power to go ahead and fucking sabotage. And if people are not aware of that, that will absolutely come to pass. You have to be aware. But child, people don't want to listen. It is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me read some of these comments though. Ebony said, love the haircut. Taboo Martian says, I always got a kick out of dudes with beer bellies criticizing any woman's weight. It's like, dude, just don't. I agree with that. It's always the ones who don't get play. Trust me. It's always the ones who don't get play. Trust me. Men who get women do not, and I repeat, do not pick a woman's appearance apart. Y'all let me know if that's true. I'm here for the PSA. Well done. I see it at my gym every day. I'm like, do y'all really think you have a shot? At least be funny, rich, charming, something. Oh, this is Corey talking. My female clients complain to me about it all the time. I just don't want a big bag. Oh, no, y'all ain't shit. This is Manny. Manny said, I just don't want a big... Where did y'all come up with that name, child? I just don't want a big bag, but I can back it up because I'm tall and ripped. Can't ask for something that you don't even have yourself. They live in a world of audacity and delusion. I actually laughed at this one. So clever and funny and spot on. I hope God has a Corey the trainer kind of man planned for my future. I think I'm ready. Thanks, coach. All right. So that's the end of that. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Mr. Boston. I see you, boo. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all of y'all sticking around for the foolishness. I see you. I appreciate you. Let me see. I got one more man. I got one more idiot for y'all idiots. Child. Thirsty Thursday, child. All right. I don't know what it is. I just saw it and I said, let's listen to it. So, or I see what they wrote. Motivation, Jason. Unstable men nitpicking women. Oh, they all coming from the same tribe. I guess it's in my algorithm on Instagram. Okay. Unstable men nitpicking women. James 1:8. Is that a Bible verse, child?
No, fellas, I definitely encourage you to eventually figure this thing out because we have so many men out here that's lost, don't know what they're doing, don't know what their purpose is in life, and they're projecting and deflecting all their flaws on women. And just like James chapter 1, verse 8, it says a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. And we have so many men that's all over the place, especially when it comes to, dating women. So many of you find something wrong with every category of women, nitpicking and just micro-analyzing and just disqualifying women for all these crazy reasons. And like I say, if you don't want to date a woman that's a single mom, you don't want to be a stepfather, that's your preference. That's your right. That's cool. But then a lot of you will move the goalposts and criticize a woman for, I guess, being independent. She's too masculine. She don't create space for you to feel needed. And I've literally heard men say stuff like, well, what you need a man for? You doing it all. You don't need me. Fellas, do you really realize how bad that sounds? How bad you look? And you got to realize that don't even make sense.
Don't make sense.
Because until further notice in the meantime of a woman being taken off the market, who's going to pay her? How's she going to pay her rent? Who's going to pay her water, lights, gas, everyday cost of living? So to penalize a woman for having a skill set to provide for herself, that is insidious and diabolical to move the goalposts like that.
Diabolical.
But then on the other breath, you wouldn't want a woman that's a damsel in distress either. Because now she can't do nothing. She don't bring nothing to the table. Like, figure this out, man.
Idiots.
And y'all wonder why women ask questions like, well, God, dog, do you like women? Are you gay? And I can't even put that on gay men. Because openly gay men don't even act like this towards women.
Oh, no.
But fellas, if you at home and you closing the drawers with your hips and all that, and you asking women questions like, well, why do you think you deserve a man? And if you get with a man, what is he going to get? And what do you bring to the table? Like, ungodly sassiness. Ungodly sassiness. That's unforgivable sassiness, bruh. You need to figure out what team you play for at this point. Because the amount of goalposts moving, as a man like myself, fellas, come on now. We need more men calling this out. Men need to call out boys. We need to start calling this out, fellas, because that ain't normal. You know, I have daughters, man, that I love, and my daughters are growing up in a world with a bunch of ungodly, sassy men finding something wrong with every category of women, dude. And if you a man with daughters and you have women in your family that you love, man, y'all got to start calling this out, dude. Because y'all be on this incel revenge of the nerd behavior. Like, come on now. You know, fellas, I definitely encourage you to.
Anyway, you idiots. Crusty, dusty, musty, breasty, ashy ass idiot bums. Y'all don't do shit right, okay? Y'all, shout out to Prince in the building. He says, sir, we are officially calling you out. Y'all just, wait, I just wrote it down. Hold on. Ungodly sassiness. All y'all do is complain. Stop all this effing complaining. You just never happy no matter what. Like, what the entire fuck? What the fuck do you want, idiots? You know why I keep saying it that way is because that's how they say it in the Ben Stiller movie with Robert De Niro, Fokker, Gaylord and Fokker, that movie. Idiot. I think that's the movie. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Woo! Fucking Siri. Oh my God. Never says a thing when I call for her. Stop listening to me, bitch. Anyway. Sorry, y'all. So this one he said, oh, Meet the Fockers. Yes. One of my favorite movies. But yeah, y'all don't listen. You got this preacher man, Motivation Jason, trying to help y'all out, and y'all ain't trying to listen because all you do is pick women apart. You tell them they this, they got money, it's a problem. They ain't got money, it's a problem. They tall, it's a problem. They short, it's a problem. They black, it's a problem because we already know. For black women, everything is racist. Y'all racist. I'm talking all in. You're racist, child. Y'all are a mess. Let me read some of these damn comments, child. They are attracted to us, but they don't necessarily like us. Oh, because you don't like black women, okay? Child, If Amanize agrees, though, because Amanize ain't got no problem with saying nothing, okay? Let's see. I had a man tell me that I had it all together. Why do I need a man? Oh, no. Excuse me. I was so confused, so disappointed in him. It's difficult for women to know how to present themselves to a man these days. We just want a partner to love and protect us. Okay, that's Mo. That's a woman. Men have zero reference on how to pursue a woman, let alone keep one. Especially men, most who were raised by a woman. Great take, keep teaching. Keep teaching. That's a dude, yeah. This one is real men need to call out boys. When us women do it, it's nagging. Oh, no. No one has ever said I've been a nag before. Get on my nerves. Being a single mom who is not a damsel in distress, this is a woman, gets them riled up too. Cause how dare I be thriving in certain ways on my own? Oh, okay. Not mention coming in a one. Ooh, girl. Hold on. Oh, okay. I need to keep reading. My bad. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get 8 hours of sleep tonight, child. I gotta get 8 hours of sleep. Not mention coming in a woman's life, because this is not written properly, to try and humble her and project all his insecurities and trauma on her. It's given he hate her because she's the woman he wish his was. Child, I don't know what that shit means. Grammatically incorrect. Yes to ungodly sassiness, because that's exactly what it is. I'm taking that all the way into 2025. Ungodly sassiness. Praise the Lord. Truth is, I'm tired.
Truth is, I'm tired.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead over here to this lady. All right, are we going to a lady now? Okay, and she a white woman. All right, to give you idiots a break.
So I went on a date with a creature, or otherwise.
Oh, creature. Let me add that to the list, child. Y'all got all the names. Hold on. Crusty, dusty creatures. Child, I need to open a dictionary or something, child. Crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy, ungodly sassiness, idiot, creatures, and bums. Woo!
Otherwise known as a man, and it was horrible. Like, I don't know where these guys come from, where they find the audacity, and like, who fucking raised them? So the date itself was horrendous. We met for drinks, his suggestion. I made sure it was in a spot that like I'm very familiar with, and you know, we met there, and I ordered a beer, very casual, and he's a very fit, buff guy, and he ordered water, and then I was like, oh shoot. And I like kind of felt bad because I was like, oh, is he sober? Like, you know, because I'm fine going on a date like with no drinks. Like, that doesn't bother me. And, you know, but then I was like, no, he suggested the drinks. Like, that's weird to suggest drinks and then not get a drink. So I was like, oh, you know, are you not drinking? And he said, no, not right now. And because he's like fit and buff or whatever, I was just trying to have banter. And I was like, oh, you know, you watching your figure? And he was like, yeah. I'm at this percentage body fat right now, and I want to be this percentage body fat. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, like, slay. I don't know. So then he goes on to tell me about this like weird diet that he's doing, where he's like eating just tuna fish and orange juice and whatever. So then he like tries to go down and squeeze my calf to see how muscular it is. To which point I said, don't touch me. And then I realized, like, this guy's a fucking creep. I got to get the fuck out of here. Oh, so I chugged my beer down because I'm not going to waste a beer. Okay. And I'm like, you know what? I got to go. And he's like, oh, well, that doesn't sound good. Like, no, buddy, it's not. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I got stuff to do. So we go out, and I didn't want him to walk me to my car, but I literally parked, like, right in front. So he would have seen where I was going anyway. And so I just, you know, let him walk me to like the middle of the street. And then he's like, okay, well, good night. And I said, good night. And I wasn't going in for any sort of hug or anything. He went in straight for the kill. Not the kill. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Straight for the kiss. To which I had to like Matrix style bend backwards to avoid. I've never been that flexible in my life. And I get back up and I'm like, oh, you know, I don't kiss on the first date. And he looks at me, he's like, well, that was dramatic. And I go, actually it wasn't, but call it what you will, later. And then he followed me to my car and tried to prevent me from getting in. What? And I said, back the fuck away from my car, or I'm going to cut your fucking hands off. And he thought I was joking. And so I shoved him in the chest away from the door, hopped in, closed the door and locked it right away, grabbed my bat from the back and showed it to him. Wow. And then fucking peeled out. And this motherfucker has the audacity to scream after me, so am I going to see you again? What? I wish like, why can't I be gay? So I went on a date.
Girl, you can be if you want to be. Yo, No, that was funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, but he sound crazy. Sorry, y'all. He sound crazy. No. What are we doing? Child, why is it so hard? I'm so confused, y'all. This sound crazy. He sounded crazy. This is from Tickety Damn Talk, child. I don't know how to get to the comments on this one. Anyway, of course y'all think she lying. So all the women, so you're proving the bishop right. You are proving, what was his name, child? I think I just got rid of it. Yeah, I got rid of it. Bishop Tony, Corey the trainer, child, whichever one it was, saying that you're going to make an excuse no matter what. So now she out here lying. She's just made this up. No matter who it is, they always lying, right? Child, I can't with y'all. Moving on, child, moving on. Oh, no, I don't even want to do that. Hold on. All right. Death the Reaper, I think you sent me this one too, child. Let me see. One of my favorite tethers, P's World. Fun girl divorces her husband. Now fun is all men want from her. This ain't even the lady from yesterday. Didn't you send this to me, I believe? I saw it already, of course, because all I do is watch his videos. So we'll listen to this one. Fun girl divorces her. Not a fun girl, though, child.
Hell yeah. Why'd you say that? Because
The dog crib. I hope it's a crib.
so yeah, you do tell a woman what she need to be wearing when she leave the house. Just say it. I just say it. What? Ain't no man telling me what to put on and I'm married. Well, no, hold on. But so he can tell, he won't tell her what to put on, but he will tell her what to take off. That's okay.
Hold on, let me rewind this because I don't know what they talking about. Come on, child. Is she allowed at the barbecue? Oh, okay.
Do you think a man should ever tell a female how to dress?
What I've seen here tonight? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why'd you say that? Because would you wear that shit to church? I do. I go to church in my living room. God damn it, I wear what I want. But in a brick and mortar? Hell no. So yeah, you do tell a woman what she need to be wearing when she leave the house. Just say it. I just say it. What? Ain't no man telling me what to put on and I'm married.
Sorry.
Well, no, hold on. But so he can tell, he won't tell her what to put on, but he will tell her what to take off. That's okay.
Take that shit off. You ain't going out like that. That's what she talking about.
Tell me what to take off if he gonna get busy. He can't tell me what to take off if he ain't getting busy.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
She said, I go to church in my living room. Cap, you're a demon. Look, what you have here is, the older guard in the older white lady. And, I mean, to be fair, the black lady looks like she's not even, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some women understand it, some don't. It just is what it is.
Oh my God. That was hilarious.
Me at my son's soccer game.
Yo, Reaper, did you send that to me? That is hilarious. You know I'm pulling it. You know I'm going to pull it. You're going to see it again. There's just no question about that. Yo, them teeth was all the way over here. Those teeth were all the way over here. What the hell? Woo! Lord, help your people. Oh my goodness, that was so fucking funny.
Wondering if you'll grow up to be a podcast Negro that hates single moms. Now look, I can't speak on other people's platforms, other people's podcasts, but I've been very consistent with how I feel about single moms. And a lot of single mothers, maybe it's not all their fault actually. I do think there are a lot of men who speak about them as if they are like bad people, inherently bad mothers, which I've always said isn't the case. When it comes to single moms, what's bad is the dynamic. You can be a great mother and your son can still end up doing some messed up things because he doesn't have a father's guidance. Parenting, a lot of parenting is about luck. When your kids leave the house, you have no idea what they're doing. But when you're a single mom, that becomes amplified. It's even more about luck because they don't have a parent. A parent is missing. So the chances of them going out looking for something is higher. The dynamic is bad. The mothers, most of them are good mothers. Dynamic is bad.
All right, y'all. So I was just thinking about the over 40 side of TikTok and the fact that I'm turning 40 on the 27th. And I think I'm entering a midlife crisis, but I've never heard anybody talk about the woman's perspective of a midlife crisis. So here's the things that I want to do. Number one, I want to get my body contoured by way of liposuction. Number two, I want to get a badass convertible, something vintage. Anyway, I want to get a nice convertible for the fall, winter, and spring months here in Arizona because summer is too damn hot. But those are what I want to do. Am I entering a midlife crisis, y'all? And if so, this is for the women. Have y'all entered one, and what did y'all do? For context, like I said, I'm turning 40. I don't have a man. I don't have children. And maybe I'm just bored. You know what I mean? I just started a new business literally last week. I just launched a new business. I'm very content with my career. I'm no longer interested in climbing the ladder in my career. I make a decent income. I have my own home. And maybe I'm just bored. Maybe I'm just bored. Or maybe this is normal for this time of life. I don't know. I have never heard of anybody talk about it. But I would just like some feedback. Also, I'm eating something called menudo. If you are from Arizona or California or familiar with the Mexican culture at all, you know what this is. If not, it is a delicacy, honey. It's delicious. But anyway, that's it, y'all.
Is she entering a midlife crisis? Anyone can help this woman? Shout out to Mix. You've been on fire tonight too, boo. She said this is what the fuck crisis. Woo! Yo. Oh my God. So it's soup. Like, why didn't she just call it soup? This is a Mexican special, whatever the hell it is she called it. Girl, just call it. I thought it was straight Chili's. Chili from Wendy's, because that's what it looked like when you get it from Wendy's. He said she just needs some D, some vitamin D, like for deficiency or something. Woo! Big Boy said, man, I just turned 48. What is a midlife crisis? Yo, I don't know. Excuse me, I don't know. But she was asking, so I was saying, I don't know. Michael Prewitt said, menuda has, beef intestines and stomach. Let me not complain, child, because I eat scrapple and I don't give a damn what's in it because I'm going to eat it because it's so good. Cook it hard, though. I love it. Anyway, not menopause with a... Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. Anyway, come on, child. What else? What else we got?
Let me know.
All right, girl.
I'm just bored.
Well, that was in January. I said I was in a midlife crisis. I didn't know what I wanted to do with the second half of my life. I'm turning 40. I don't have a man. I don't have children. I'm bored and I'm settled in my career. And I asked a bunch of women, what do you do? This is what I'll be doing.
Yeah, baby.
That's a crib, y'all.
Girl, what?
And my little Lucky Charm is being delivered to me in probably an hour.
By way of a stork? What the fuck? Oh my God. All right, girl.
Yeah. We'll get a story time on how I went from single and alone at 42 months ago to now starting a parenting journey out of the clear blue sky. I'll come back with that.
Yeah, I think whoever said she should have got a cat or a dog was probably the better option. But child, what in the effing P? I got you, boo. Child.
I hope it's a dog crib.
I hope so too.
I hope it's a crib for a cat, a mouse, a mongoose. I hope it's some sort of animal because you can't be serious. You know what the problem with society is? It's a lack of balance.
Oh my
These types of women go through their entire lives being told, get the money, get the good job, get the house, get this, get that, nothing else. Oh, don't focus on this. No, don't focus on having a family. Go get the money, go get the money. And then they get everything. And then now they're bored. And they're going to become a single mom. Huh?
Yo,
you need to start teaching.
I promise you, if I get bored, which I will not, praise the Lord. I do get bored. I'm not going to act like I don't. I do be bored sometimes, but I certainly don't think, I should go get a baby. I mean, I could just call for some kids. So at least I could do that. I ain't been that bored. Okay. I will go gamble if I'm that bored. But child, 2 months ago, and now all of a sudden you got a crib together and you just want to have a baby. So then in 3 months from now, when your boredom is over, what you going to do? Try to give it back? Lord have mercy. Lord help your people. I can't.
It's just like, I'm bored, so I'm going to have a kid. Who does that?
Who does
like,
that?
Who does that? That's not normal behavior.
A black woman. I'm sure I'm racist for that.
And then I asked, what would you rate me? And he rated me an 8. First, he rated me an 8, and then he changed it to a 9. This is where he got me. He said that a 10 would be someone like Dua Lipa or Jessica Alba in her prime, which...
Any man that compares you to another woman is a waste of your time. The only...
Child, what? Why is her head so long? Girl, is this the filter? What the fuck? Her head is long, child.
Any man that compares you to another woman is a waste of your time. The only reason a boyfriend or a husband would tell you like, oh, well, this woman's a 10 and you're an 8 is trying to keep you humble. If you go watch one of her other videos, her and that boyfriend ended up breaking up after he threw a fit because of what she was wearing to a concert. And he was telling his friends, she thinks she's so hot. Obviously, he was trying to humble her whenever he was saying, well, you're not as hot as Dua Lipa. You're not as hot as Jessica Alba. That woman is beautiful. And just so you know, You are some man's 10, a man whose brain isn't warped and completely rotted. And when a man loves you and cares about you, yes, of course you can be a 10 in his eyes. You can be the only woman in his eyes. If a man ever compares you to any other woman, leave him immediately. And a man would also get his feelings hurt if you did the same to him. And lastly, notice how that guy said Jessica Alba in her prime, because you'll never stay good enough for a man like that. They'll only like you at a very tiny moment in your life, because when they are warped and their brains are rotted like that, the minute you age a little bit or something changes about you, they move on because they're weird and they don't see you as anything other than an object, than eye candy, and something to fill their lust.
Look, the fact that he rated his girlfriend an 8, that's stupid. Why would you ever say that? Number one. Number two, she's wrong. She's wrong. The idea that you can be a man's only woman, he sees no other woman, and in his eyes, you're a 10. And that's not how men operate. Men are more logical than that. A man will get with a woman he knows isn't a 10, but guess what? He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. She's attractive to him. He loves her. She doesn't have to be. That's not how. Women have to be a 10, which is why you don't tell your woman that she's an 8. Are you dumb? Like, let's be fair. He was obviously angry, probably trying to hurt her feelings, but all the guys in relationships.
Who goes around asking for numbers any daggone way? Do I look right? Do I look good? What you think? Why is that? Rate me. Child, what the fuck? Y'all, this is stupid. Hold on. Oh, child.
So a fact that I just learned that's actually batshit crazy is the fact that, like, you know how people are always like, oh, nowadays, like, women, like, don't appreciate the sanctity of marriage. Divorce
is her nose larger? I'm just asking. Maybe she's black for this month.
This happen all the time. Women divorce their husbands for no reason. Did you know that women weren't legally allowed to divorce their husbands for a no-fault divorce until 2010? 14 years women have had the ability to actually divorce their husbands because their husband is incompetent.
Is that true? Is that true? You couldn't divorce a woman couldn't get divorced? That's not true. That is not true. Hold on. I must have misheard that. Hold it.
So a fact that I just learned that's actually batshit crazy is the fact that, like, you know how people are always like, oh, nowadays, like, women, like, don't appreciate the sanctity of marriage. Divorces happen all the time. Women divorce their husbands for no reason. Did you know that women weren't legally allowed to divorce their husbands for a no-fault divorce until 2010?
Okay, she was specific. She said a no-fault divorce. She said a no-fault divorce. That might be true, but I know women could get divorced prior to 2010. I have to look that up, child, because these people just be talking.
14 years women have had the ability to actually divorce their husbands because their husband is incompetent and just doesn't apply himself to their relationship. Couldn't do that until 14 years ago. And they're like, why is that on the rise? It's like, I fucking wonder why. It's like, maybe if it was around since the beginning of time, that would just be the norm. But now, because you're finally...
Child. According to what I just Googled, because Google is our friend. I'm not getting all the way into this. A no-fault divorce, allowing couples to divorce without proven fault, began in California in 1969 when Governor Ronald Reagan signed the Family Law Act, making it the first state to permit it. And this is where people be getting their information from. Bitches on TikTok, child. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck, idiots. Okay. SYCBM, child.
Giving us rights, we're utilizing our rights, and you're mad about it because you had us put in that system for so long, obeying. But yeah, just another women's rights thing to piss you off today. You're welcome.
White women own slaves. But look, when it comes down to it, I think a lot of women delude themselves into believing that every time they leave a relationship or a marriage, like, the reasons are valid. The reason why no-fault divorces weren't a thing is because marriage, again, is a religious ceremony, and nobody was getting divorced.
Divorced, and I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple, and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids, and I just got lonely and bored. And she says that when she would bring it up, like, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. Like, she needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife, and her husband just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, you know, boyfriends, or like they had just got married, and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends. And they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work. Like, you know, they had a big house, they had nice things. Like, he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced. And now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club. They just want to go to the bar.
I thought she wanted to have fun. I thought she wanted to have fun. Okay.
Or they just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. She said, no one wants to help me out. Like, I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kids. She's like, I just want someone to be a provider, not just a good time. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing? And she's like, I know. And I guess now her ex-husband is dating someone, like, seriously. They have been divorced for a total of 3 years, and he has been dating this girl for 2 years. She has 2 kids, and they're already living together. She says that he's fool.
Oh no, and the ex-husband took a single mom. What the fuck? That's not allowed. He's SYC being it up.
You're taking care of her. Like, the girl doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home mom. They haven't had any new kids, but they're planning on having kids. And she's pissed because she's like, how can he move on so fast? Like, you know, I can't even find nobody, and he just found someone so quick, and he didn't even want to give us another try. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I was so confused.
Oh, she wanted to give it another try. Did you hear that, y'all?
Confused. I was like, okay, so you divorced him because he was always working and you were bored. So now you are single, going out, having a good time, dating, but you don't like that. Now you want someone to take care of you, a provider. And your ex-husband, all he wanted to do was be a provider. That's why now he is dating someone who he has no problem providing for her and her kids. And she's pissed because she's like, why would he go and find someone who has kids? Like, he already has kids. Why would he want to take on that responsibility? And I'm like, wait, aren't you looking for someone to take on that responsibility? I was just giving her a hard time, not gonna lie, because it was kind of funny to me, because I was like, I could tell that she regretted her decision. I could tell. And I've seen a lot of people do shit like this, where they get divorced for reasons that are not, I'm not going to say they're not valid, because everybody's feelings are valid, but they're fixable problems. Like, I don't know if you guys have this wrong idea of marriage that is supposed to be like fun and happy all the time. It's not. I feel like every relationship literally depends on compromise. Like, you got to compromise something. You cannot have everything. And to be honest with you, like, if she was willing to give up on him that quick, like, maybe she just didn't love him that much, because I cannot even imagine just me being like, oh, I'm bored, I'm gonna divorce my husband, you know? Like, no, you figure it out, you work it out. But I could tell that she's regretting it, because what she thought she wanted is not what she thought she wanted.
For a lot of people, it's only when they leave the relationship they're in, they realize what they have. You don't know what you have until it's gone, right? And someone in a comment said it perfectly. She left her 80% for her 20%.
Right.
She wanted to have fun. Now she can have all the fun she wants, but she doesn't want it.
But people don't, these biatches don't know nothing about 80-20, child. Trust me when I tell you. But you can tell them, you can talk about it, you can discuss it, you can do all that. They don't give a damn. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go because I'm tired, and the doctor told me that I got to get 8 hours of sleep. I ain't got time to be messing around with y'all for any longer than this, because we'll be back tomorrow. Not till the afternoon, though. Not till the afternoon, y'all, because I gotta sleep in, hopefully. Wish me luck on 8 hours tonight, all right? But hopefully we have fun tonight. Thank y'all for being here on a, what are we calling it? Thirsty Thursday, I think is what we calling it. Shout out to y'all for being here this long. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donates tonight to our stream sponsor, Aisha. Thank you so much, Boo. Not sure if she's still here or not. Shout out to the mods. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you all. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in there.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Hold up. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
H-Town. I'm Marquise.